Bloody hell. Not making any ground here at all. Desperate for some diesel. Sort of bloody panic buyers. We're on news, yeah, everybody's panic buying. They don't even need petrol this lot, but... anyway, yeah, hey up, ravers. Might as well kill the time in the car with another review. And this week's request has come from Gavin, from the Loft Movie Theatre, who wanted me to take a look at Mad Max 2. Mad Max 2. Yeah, Mad Max 2, Get Madder. It weren't called that, maybe it should have been. No, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, it was called. Anyway, the film kicks off with a voiceover explaining why the world has seemingly gone to shit.
You have to go back to another time, when the world was powered by the black fuel, and the desert sprouted great cities of pipe and steel. Two mighty warrior tribes went to war, and touched off a blaze which engulfed them all. Without fuel, they were nothing.
Bloody hell, that's a bit close to the bone, isn't it? But I'm sure the powers that be know how to sort it out.
Their leaders talked and talked and talked. But nothing could stem the avalanche.
Oh, bloody hell. I don't know about a dystopian future. It sounds like now, doesn't it? Sounds like now. Well, thank heavens for Mad Max, played by Mel Gibson. But I'm sure I've pointed this out before. Mad Max, he ain't that mad. He ain't mad. Seems very calm, cool under pressure. Doesn't seem mad at all, Max. But anyway, Max appears to be on the scavenge for some fuel. He's running very low by the looks of things. And there's no welcome breaks or road chefs he can pull in at. Just a barren wasteland. Plus he's getting chased by these extras from a Frankie Goes to Hollywood video. As far as I can make out, they're all after the petrol. They all need some fuel. And that's pretty much the gist of the whole film. Everybody is desperate for petrol. For example, in the next scene, Max spots this abandoned tiny echo chopper and goes to investigate, see if he can nab some fuel out of that. But it's a trap! Because the fella whose tiny echo chopper it is, he's been hiding in the sand, presumably for hours, to catch an unsuspecting fuel thief and turn tables on him and nick their fuel.
Looks like I got myself some gasoline, eh?
Now, I'll be honest with you, one of the things that weren't clear to me is why they needed this fuel. Because as far as I can make out, they need the fuel so they can fill up the cars to drive round looking for fuel. Because that's all they do. They're just existing to exist. It seems a bit depressing, really. And this film's set in Australia, I think. So there's loads to do over there. They could find a nice scenic spot to do a little bit of sunbathing or a bit of rock climbing.
Miranda, don't go up there! Come back!
Or go on a safari and take in some wildlife. No, maybe not. But yeah, a lot of the folk in Mad Max are like these arseholes who waste all the petrol driving around trying to find a petrol station. Like half the folk in this queue, no doubt. Bugger off, will ya? Get out of it. Anyway, after Max's dog helps him turn the tables on the fellow with the tiny echo chopper, to save his own skin, the fellow with the tiny echo chopper lets Max into a secret.
Gasoline! Thousands of gallons of it, as much as you want!
And true to his word, the fellow with the tiny echo chopper leads Max to this fortified oil refinery type thingy, where there's all this fuel. But it's under siege from the Frankie Goes to Hollywood extras, who are led by this strapping Man Mountain fella.
The Lord Humongous, the warrior of the wasteland, the Ayatollah of rock and roller.
Yeah, built like a brick shithouse, ain't he? But ain't it a bit disrespectful, using a term like the Ayatollah of rock and roller? Culturally insensitive, maybe? I expect if we created a character called the Vicar of Knickers, folk could be up in arms, wouldn't they, about the Vicar of Knickers? You just need to be consistently respectful to everybody, don't you? Bugger off, you knobhead! Bloody hell, never mind Mad Max. If he keeps honking, I'm going to be raging Ray. Now, I feel like I must talk about these baddies' costumes. There's a lot of leather, which I find surprising because they're in Australia. Surely that's bloody hot. They must be roasting, sweating the balls off in them leather outfits. Mind you, the punk rocker, he's got some air to the nether regions because he appears to be wearing a pair of assless chaps, just running around with his arse out. And Lord Humongous, I don't know what you make of that outfit. What is it? Hockey mask, some leather underpants and some bondage gear. Yeah, if it ain't Frankie Goes to Hollywood, some of the outfits, they reminded me a bit, you know, of that Cameo bloke. Do you remember Cameo with his red cod piece? He wore a lot of leather and all, didn't he? He'd fitted right in with Lord Humongous's lot, wouldn't he? And he rode a waffling and waffling. Yeah, Max ends up helping out the good guys. Because being under siege, they're just gradually getting picked off by Lord Humongous's lot, who are horribly torturing them and murdering them and raping them and that. And they can't decide on the best course of action, whether to stay put and try and hold off the leather-clad murdering rapists, or take the tanker of fuel and make a run for it. So Max offers a proposition.
2 days ago, I saw a vehicle that'd haul that tanker. You want to get out of here? You talk to me.
Now, of course, it ain't all plain sailing, is it? No. Max upholds his end at bargain and delivers a truck in exchange for a full tank of petrol for his car. But when he buggers off, the baddies spot him and chase after him Benny Hill style. Because you can see it speeds up there, the footage, doesn't it? They've sped that up, looks a bit daft. Yeah, put the Benny Hill theme over that and it'd lose all the dramatic tension straight away, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, they catch him and do him over. And to add insult to injury, they murder his dog with a crossbow. Oh, it's beyond the pale, that, ain't it? No. Oh, I bet he'll be livid after that. I bet he'll be properly going mad now, won't he, Max? He'll be mad again. Proper mad. And it's only thanks to the fellow with the tiny nickel chopper that Max manages to survive. So, pissed off at Lord Humongous and his mates, Max offers to drive this tanker of fuel and help the good guys escape. Now, I've got to be honest, most of the characters in this are pretty one-dimensional. There's not much to them. Arguably, this fella is the most fleshed out. Quite an irritating character, to be honest with you. It didn't seem right watching him crack on to this young lady. Seems a bit lecherous, obviously hoping that she'll be impressed by his tiny nickel chopper. There is another kid in this, a feral kid. But again, not that annoying. And nowhere near Emil or Paul. No, much nearer the Kevin end of the spectrum. Although, to be fair, I didn't have to spend any time with him. Max seemed to find him a bit annoying. But he could handle his sound, this lad, and he did help Max out a couple of times. And flung a razor-edged boomerang to kill the punk rocker's boyfriend. Yeah, while I'm at it, I don't know how many depictions of homosexual relationships he had in 80s action films, so this was presumably quite progressive. So, yeah, good on him. Although the boyfriend were brutally murdered, so maybe the feral kid is a rabid homophobe. Who knows? In terms of baddies, the punk rocker is very charismatic. He doesn't say a lot, but yeah, he has a presence. Always exciting to watch when he's on the screen. Oh, cheeky. Now, it's got to be said, there ain't much plot to this. For some reason, everybody wants to get hold of some fuel, even though it's not sure that they're going to do anything worthwhile with it. Some folk have got it, some other folk are going to try and kill him to get it. That's pretty much it. But I reckon you could argue that were a good thing. It were dead easy to understand what were happening. It were dead easy to understand who the baddies were. They were the leather-clad murdering rapists. So I reckon the genius were in the simplicity of the story. You knew who you had to root for, you knew who you had to boo, but perhaps more importantly, the action were top-notch. There were some great stunts and thrilling set pieces. And I got to say, I found myself engrossed for running time. Engrossed I were. Okie-do, raise ratings. Well, having seen the first one, and I thought that were alright, you know, that was probably a 3-star film, the first one. I'm thinking Laura Diminishing Returns with a sequel, 2-star film at best, this. Now, what did I get? Well, the plot, wafer thin. Characterisation, wafer thin. Thrills and excitement, superb. Yeah, despite the simplistic premise, or maybe I should say, because of the simplistic premise. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it were absolutely thrilling. So I'm rating Mad Max 2 a 4-star, 2-star film. Now, they did do some more Mad Maxes, didn't they? Tina Turner in one of them. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. And then they rebooted it, didn't they, not long ago? I saw that. That was thrilling and all. I enjoyed that one. But who is that? Who is that keeps honking? Bloody hell, give over, will ya? I mean, what's she doing? What are you doing?
Hi up, Raymondo.
Oh, Uncle Ray. What are you doing here, mate?
Just need to fill up with a bit of premium unleaded for this bad boy.
Alright, what are you wearing?
Ah, do you like it? Just my summer driving outfit, Raymondo.
Bloody hell. Anyway, hey, there's a queue here, mate.
Yeah, but you're queuing for diesel. And they ain't got no diesel.
You are?
Yeah, so I'm just getting up in front of you, mate. Alright. See you later, alligator.
No diesel? Oh, bollocks. Yeah, back home, gave up. I was in that queue for bloody ages. Just wasted time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of Mad Max 2. And if you did, poke the like button. Maybe you could use your sort of crossbow to just into the like button for me. Yeah, something like that. And remember to share, rate reviews with your mates. And subscribe if you ain't already a subscriber. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Now, important notices, because hopefully that review has whetted your appetite for Mad Max 2. Hopefully I ain't giving too many spoilers away. Because if it has, if it's piqued your interest, get your sends down to the Savoy Cinema in Nottingham, my favourite cinema in Nottingham, brilliant cinema. Yeah, because the Loft Movie Theatre, they are presenting, for one night only, a showing of Mad Max 2 on Monday 31st of July at 8:30. I'm hoping to get down myself, just got to juggle some things about, but yeah, watch it on the big screen. So get online at theloftmovietheatre.com, all one word. There'll be a ticket link on there for Mad Max 2. Book your ticket, it's probably going to sell out, so get in there, get booked in early. We're hoping to go and see The Thing when they showed that at Halloween, but left it too late and it sold out. So don't snooze and lose like I did. Anyway, copyright box permitting, I will be back with another review very soon. So I will see you next time. Okie doo!